Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week. No, this is for mid-December. Just kidding. 2023. Sorry, I need to reshuffle that again. But Aries, let's see what is going on for you. Look at this. You have this moth and this butterfly card. So the butterfly obviously is a card of a transformation, and the moth is like a moth to a flame is what I'm getting here. So I feel that you are being drawn to a transformative experience, and really, as crazy as that sounds, that's like what I'm getting from this reading. And I feel for a lot of you that I would move towards that transformative experience. It's almost like you could be like, it gives me the vibes of moving somewhere like unusual or it's giving me the vibes of culture shock or something like that, but in a good way. It's like, you might be moving somewhere where like the culture is different, or you might be getting a job where the culture is different or something along those lines. And I think that this is going to be a good thing because it's like going to lead to a lot of growth. I also feel that you're actually setting yourself free from this Nine of Swords, which is great. To me, the Nine of Swords is the worst card in the tarot. So everyone always craps their pants about the Tower, but to me, the Nine of Swords is far, far worse than the Tower, because the whole point of the Nine of Swords is that he is in pain, but he's too comfortable. He's not moving. He's got this comfort blanket on his lap. So it's like he's in a bad situation, but he's also like not in enough pain to motivate him to leave. So he just stays in the bad situation. And again, this could be part of the transformation or the change that you're making. I also feel that you're finding the right people. I want to show you this here. You go Eight of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. It's like that Three of Cups is saying to me, sorry, I think I said Eight of Swords. You do have the Eight of Swords, but this is the Ace of Swords, obviously. And, I do feel like there are people who are kind of like getting you out of something here. It's actually like not a bad reading. You do have these swords cards: Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. So there's a lot of swords energy here, but you also have two aces. So, it's like I feel for a lot of you that there is kind of like a lot of truth going on in your life. Number one, with the Ace of Swords, where it's like if you really tap into your truth, I feel you're going to find a lot of, happiness and success and, good things in that, with the Ace of Swords. I also feel for a lot of you that there's kind of like a victory coming in financially because of that Eight of Pentacles, but it's going to come from something new. And, again, I feel this is like a transformative experience. I almost feel like what you're doing is like way harder than it needs to be. It's almost like I see you, and I know I say this to you all the time, Aries. So what did I call you at the beginning of this reading, by the way? Mercury retrograde. I'm going to blame the retrograde for everything right now. But anyway, Aries. I kind of feel I say this to you a lot, but I really feel it's almost as if like what you are doing is like so much harder than what you could be doing, So like, let's say you have a job, for example. It's almost like there's something that's so much easier, will be a lot more abundant for you, but it's like you're questioning whether or not you should, take the leap of faith. But I really feel like you should. I kind of get two messages for you though, Aries, because it's like that's, that message is for some of you. But I think the other way that this could manifest in your life is that whatever you've been doing up until this point in your life, even if you're like 90 years old, I don't care how old you are, right? It's like everything you have been doing up until this point has been preparing you for something much bigger, in your life, or something much better. And so I feel like you need to realize that. It's like what you've been doing is hard. What you're about to do, I'm not going to say that it's easy. I'm just going to say that you are prepared because what you've been doing is hard, if that makes sense. It's like you've been strengthening your muscles for a very long time. And it's like, now you're about to go lift more weights, but you're strong enough to do it, because you've been preparing yourself. So there you go. That's kind of like what I feel here. You have the Page of Swords. There's something that you're very curious about this way, right? Ace of Wands is being inspired by something, or being excited to step into something new. You also have this card here that says you're destined to succeed. So it's almost like you are destined to succeed here, Aries. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you, but but I kind of feel like it's all about taking that leap of faith. It's all about, ripping the Band-Aid off and going to that next thing. With the Ace of Swords, you have this negotiation card. It's like, this is a good card, but I also don't like it at this time because, I think we're in a time where if we want to be something, we just need to go and be it. If you want to be a millionaire, just go be a millionaire. And people are always like, Chris, how is that possible? I have $10 in my bank account. And I always say, well, you're not, yes, you're not actually going to have the $1 million. That's not the point. But there are habits that millionaires do. There are things they do every single day. They have certain daily routines and all that other stuff, right? So it's like you can go live as a millionaire without having the $1 million. And until you can do that, then you're not going to have $1 million. So people always tell me, they're like, oh, I don't want to do the work and everything. I'm like, then you don't want to be a millionaire. It's like if you truly wanted it, you would do it, because that's how you would be living if you were a millionaire in the first place, right? So, what I would say here is it's like you have to go and live. Same thing with love. I'm just using the millionaire as an example, right? If you want love, you have to go live as if you are in love. Take yourself on dates. Go take care of yourself. I always tell people, like, if you have a messy house or messy apartment, it's like, are you going to invite a person over to a messy place? Probably not. So clean up your place, right? You have to create the energy first before you can have something. And I feel like that's what that card is saying. It's saying, like, just go have the thing you want. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Escape card. Definitely, I think, again, I feel not necessarily things are getting easier, but I feel like what you are escaping from is, things that cause burdens. And a lot of people are doing this. I really feel that we're kind of in a time of lightening the load. It's like we all have enough to deal with on our own. And so I really see a lot of people moving forward. I kind of feel this is a collective energy where people are just letting go of things that are not theirs, extra responsibilities, other people's problems, and all that other stuff. So I think you're just kind of letting go of those things. With the Page of Swords, you have the Patience card. Yeah, I feel like you have been very patient here. It's like you've been waiting for things to change in your life. But now I feel it's time to kind of go this way. It's time to take advantage of, some sort of like new opportunity with the Ace of Wands. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Talisman card. It says, you are destined to succeed. So clearly there's success here. You also have this Wolf card. It says, beware of who you trust. I kind of feel, I would also say, do not overcorrect, because, I think for sure, Aries, just looking at your astrology, I know this, I said this in your last reading, or maybe your 2024 reading. I know for a fact that Aries has probably had issues, inviting people into your life and then having them break your trust. But I think that it's almost like you, it's almost like you put a certain amount of work into things, right? Whether it's a love relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, right? And it's like, I think that what has maybe disappointed you in the past is that you have realized that like most people cannot live up to your standard, right? And again, I'm not saying this is not a bad thing, right? It's like you have a certain standard that you are able to meet yourself, right? And so you put a certain amount into relationships when you work with people and, all this other stuff. But it's like, I feel like it's been very hard to find people who also meet that standard, right? Let's put it that way. The good news is, I feel like that's changing. It looks to me like you are actually finding your tribe, or you're finding people who do put in the same amount of work that you do going this way. But I do feel it's been hard to, I do feel it's been hard to kind of like find those people right here. You have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords wanting to come out together here. Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things, and the Two of Swords is about needing to, go to that island behind you here. So that island represents a third place. It kind of represents another way of doing things. And again, that's exactly what the Eight of Swords needs to do. She needs to realize that there's not only one way to be successful. She just needs to go and, kind of like take a step back and find another way to do things. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here with this Two of Swords energy, just staying open to other ways of doing things if you're stuck. You have the Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like pretty much everyone has had something this month, the whole entire month of December, about your hard work paying off, and everyone has had the Eight of Pentacles. There are several cards in all these Oracle decks I use that say your hard work is paying off, and pretty much everyone has had at least one of them. So, it looks to me like we're just in a time where all the energy is catching up, all the work that we've done, maybe we're being rewarded now, and yeah, just looks really, really good. So I feel there is success here. You have the Nine of Swords, and again, I feel this is something that needs to come to an end. This always reminds me of the story that Les Brown tells, where he says, there's a guy, I'm paraphrasing the story here, but there's a guy who has a dog on his deck that's howling and barking and all the time, and the neighbor goes and asks the guy, why is your dog barking? And the guy says, because he's laying on a nail. And he says, why is he laying on a nail? And he says, because it's not painful enough yet. And that's the Nine of Swords, right? It's like you're laying on a nail, it hurts, but it's a situation in your life that's not painful enough to leave. And so, the Nine of Swords really asks us to take control of situations like that before they get too painful, before they cause a big problem. So, I kind of feel that here. For some of you going Five of Swords to the Two of Wands, this could be a relationship that's just not working out. It's like we've all, stayed in relationships for too long, right? When we know it's not going to work. And so, and again, we're all guilty of this, right? So I kind of feel like this is saying, is there something that you're staying in? It doesn't have to be love. It could be anything. But is there something you're staying in that just hasn't become painful enough yet, right? And it's like saying, can you get ahead of that energy? And I don't know the answer. You have to answer that question. With the Two of Swords, you have this appreciation card. Yeah, I do believe we're in a time of gratitude. So practicing gratitude is a great way to bring more abundance and success into your life. And, there you go. With the Eight of Pentacles, yes, you have this enterprising card. Love it. I mean, to me, if you're doing anything for work, for business, or whatever, the Eight of Pentacles, to me, is an amazing card for finances, but really, it's really good for, mastering your craft, and it's really good for those of you that are entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial. So definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you here. With the Nine of Swords, you have this extremism card. Yep, Aries. With Neptune is going to be moving into Aries at the end of 2025, like into 2026. And I don't care that it's not there yet. We're at the end of Neptune and Aries. Neptune moves very slowly. And so we're getting to the end of that time. And Neptune in Aries is like extremism. I always say that Neptune in Aries is kind of like, this is Chris's crappy astrology here, but it's like looking for a savior. There could be a lot of, I think a lot of people, when Neptune moves into Aries, people will be looking for someone to give them their answers. And this is why I believe that during Neptune and Aries, we'll see like new cults, for example, because it's like people are going to be looking for something to follow or listen to and to solve other problems. The secret is we have to solve our own problems. Neptune and Aries literally teaches us that we have to solve our own issues and challenges and problems, and it's to empower us, right? It's not for a bad thing, it's for a good thing. So I feel that this is saying, be careful of extreme ideas, be careful of going to extremes. It's just really about being balanced. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, a personal issue reaches resolution. That is good. So it's like you're healing some sort of challenge or issue with the Five of Swords. Could be anything. You have this full moon in Aries. It says a fiery climax approaches. So I do feel this could be the same situation that you are bringing to an end here. We're going to start here with the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords represents a separation or like trying to win at all cost. So some of you could be in a situation where, you're trying to win at all cost, or the other person is trying to win at all cost. I actually don't feel too bad about this. I feel for a lot of you, that you are maybe have been dealing with a separation or a breakup or something, or it could be a divorce, and now you're kind of reaching a resolution in that situation. For others, I feel that this is an internal battle where you've been trying to make a decision, and this is the decision here to leave a comfort zone with the Two of Wands. Remember what we were saying about how it's almost like you've been training for something for a long time, and now it's time for you to kind of leave the nest, right? Maybe that's a better way to put it. I think I said the same thing to Virgo as well. So, and I do think this is kind of like a collective energy where, a lot of signs could be in situations where you've been learning or training your whole entire life for something that's about to happen, or an opportunity that's about to spring up. And that Two of Wands is like, you have been flapping your wings, preparing to leave the nest as like a baby bird, and now your mom's about to boot your ass out of the nest, right? So I kind of feel a lot of you are about to soar, and this is a good thing. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. It's out with the old and with the new. The whole entire reading, every single reading that I do for you for like the next 20 years is basically going to say this. So I would get moving. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration. And so for a lot of you, I feel that there could be some sort of celebration coming in for you here, or some sort of partying that could be going on in your life. And I would definitely encourage that. I think that we do need to socialize more. Like, it is time to break away from that, that COVID energy where we couldn't socialize and all this other stuff, right? So any opportunities you get to spend time with people that matter to you, I would take advantage of. There could be opportunities that come up from that. You could meet love because of it as well. With the Ace of Wands, you have this defense card. I feel this is about not sharing your ideas. I feel the Ace of Wands is a new direction that you're moving in. And I don't think that I don't think that it's saying you can't tell people, right? What I think this is saying is that just prove it to people. You know, if you have an idea to go move and change your life, just go and do it. And just you doing it will prove that you can do it to people that you would tell, right? Same thing if you're like trying to build a business or get married or have a relationship. I feel this is saying just go do it. Don't worry about and don't worry about telling people, but also don't tell people because you need to protect it, right? With the Five of Swords, you have this empathy card here. I feel like it's almost like someone is having empathy for you in a situation, and that could be helping you get through like a divorce or a breakup or something along those lines. I also kind of feel like you're just having empathy for yourself more. You know, it's like if you're going through a breakup, maybe you're realizing, oh, I should have, ended this. I don't know why that happened with my phone there. That scared the crap out of me. But anyway, it's almost like someone is having empathy for you, or someone is, being kind to you here. It could, but again, it could also be you being kind to yourself. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I should have gotten out of this sooner, or I should have left this situation sooner. But it's like you're not beating yourself up, which is good. With the Three of Cups, you have this optimism card. Yes, a lot of reasons to be happy. This right here is a straight up victory going this way. And, I also feel this could be a transformative experience. Like I said earlier, where, I kind of feel it's almost like an opportunity is coming in, you accept it, and it's like a major transformation happens because you accept an opportunity, right? And this could be an opportunity to like socialize. I kind of feel more though, really, I feel this has to do with the way you make money. So whatever this experience is, like maybe you're going on a podcast talking about your business. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video and you learn something new on YouTube about your business or about your career, and like whatever it is going to be very helpful. I'm also getting here that like if your boss is telling you to or asking you to do something, like maybe your boss, I have something here about like your boss coming to you and being like, oh, we want you to go take this course or this class or whatever, and it's like they're going to send you to some sort of training. And so if you have an opportunity to do that, I would take advantage of it. It looks like it will be very good for you. You have this taking risks card and this leadership card. So yeah, I think that Aries is meant to be a leader right now. I mean, literally the astrology says that you are getting to a point where you will be seen as being a leader in the future. So, yeah, I definitely would say take advantage of it. I think that there's, a lot of opportunity for you to, again, be a leader, to step into leadership positions or leadership roles, all sorts of stuff. So I would take advantage of it. I would also take the risk of, leaving a comfort zone. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So this row is going to be good no matter what. But the Two of Wands is about taking lead. It's about getting out into the world. And he has the whole world in his hands. But it's also a card of leadership. So definitely time for you to take the lead on something. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. I feel, but again, it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. And also, the Seven of Swords is a good card. I don't care what anyone says. The Seven of Swords is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So, Seven of Swords is really a card of needing to have more fun. He has polka dots on his cloak. And polka dots in the tarot can represent taking things too seriously. And what I would say here is that I feel a lot of you are actually having more fun, or you're inviting more fun into your life. It's also a card of tactics, so it can represent doing things tactically, meaning that you are not just, doing things without planning or thinking first. I feel like you have better plans on how you do things in your life. You have the King of Pentacles here. King of Pentacles is about kind of creating financial stability. I also do feel you could be attracting an earth sign into your life. I wouldn't really call this a love reading, but I do feel that there is love available to you. So if you want love, could be an earth sign. Again, there's basically no love here except for this card right here, this patience card, which says you've been waiting for love, or you've been waiting to manifest a connection. Again, I get heavy earth energy here. So it could be an earth sign. It could be a person who has a lot of earth in their chart. It could also be a Libra, as always. You have a bunch of Libra cards here. That very first card, that negotiation card you have is Jupiter in Libra. And so you do have air. It could just be an air sign, right? But let's see here, Aries. What is going on for you at this time? With the Two of Wands, you have the Secrets card. This is actually a good card. It's like a card of looking into things. It just says if you don't know how to do something, learn about it. And it's coming up in the good stuff as well. But it's really a card of self-education. With the Seven of Swords, you have this innovation card. We're in a time of innovation. Any unique, different ideas that you have. And, as far as I'm concerned, everything that's, it's like there are no more unique ideas. It's like pretty much, sorry, my alarm's going off now, but everything that's going to be invented has pretty much been invented, right? It's like there are very few things that are really all that unique and, or all that innovative, right? But what I would say is that we can apply our own unique experiences to things. So it's like you might have a way to start a business that's unique to you or to run your business. You might have a way to get into a relationship or be in a relationship with a person that is different than how most people do it, right? And that's what I feel like this is saying. With the King of Pentacles, you have this Rebellion card here. I do feel like there is a big change coming in your finances, but I think that it's coming through an experience. So, like I said, it seems to me like there's a transformative experience that changes your abundance that's coming in for you here, and that is definitely true. You have this Mule card that says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I would be very careful of stubborn people right now. The problem is that we're in a change energy, so it's like you have a choice basically: stay the same or step into the new earth. I believe it's just that simple, right? And there is no right or wrong. I just did an interview with Serious Joy TV again, which will be coming out soon, and we were talking about the two earths and all this other stuff, and he was saying, Christopher from Serious Joy asked me, like, so is it, he basically asked, is it, what's going to happen to people who choose to stay in the old earth? And I was like, well, nothing. It's like, it's not a right or a wrong thing. It doesn't mean that people who choose to stay the way they are doing something bad or wrong or anything like that, right? But if you want to grow, if you want to change, I would be careful of that energy. It doesn't mean you have to cut these people out or anything like that, but it does mean maybe you have to protect your ideas. Maybe you have to spend less time with people who want to be stuck and stubborn and don't want to change, right? You have this Needle and Thread card. It says a sincere wish will be granted. So there you go. Love it. The whole entire reading is very good. You have this dog close up. It says pleasure with a close friend. There is something here about getting opportunities through friends. So 3 of Cups, I would be spending time with friends if I were you, doing good stuff with friends. You have this purse card that says pay attention to your finances. I feel like your finances are increasing, plain and simple. So, I feel really good about this. I feel like you could be making more money than ever, Aries. And maybe not like right now, like this very second, but as we move through the end of the month, get into the new year, I think really more money. You have this Teapot card. It says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Yes. I definitely feel there are like new people entering into your life. I feel like there are new friends coming in for you. I feel like there are like bigger, better plans coming in for you as well, I'm hearing. So, a lot of you could be just like, it's like you're creating something better for your life. And I really feel this is like a good thing. And I also feel this could be coming in through friends. Like I said, I keep getting something about socializing. I want to see what this card is as well. Yeah, you have this card that says, beware of great pride. And I think we all need to as well at this time. I think that it's pretty simple, actually, the time that we're in. Just trust the evidence, as I've been saying to like everyone for like 2 years. It's like if someone has the evidence that what they say is true, then it's true. If they don't, then it's not. And it's just that simple. But this looks pretty good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.